this video, I will cover the best methods to progress in Grow a Garden 2 no matter if you're in the early game, mid game, or end game stages of the game. If you want to become rich in Grow a Garden 2, then this is the perfect video to watch, so watch until the end. Also, there are timestamps for the early, mid, and end game if you want to skip to that part right away. Anyways, let's get started. To start off, we will begin with the early game guide. So if you just start playing Grow a Garden and you finish doing the tutorial, the only good seeds to get in the seed shop are the carrot, the tulip, and the bamboo, because you gain the most profit from selling them. And even though they are single harvest, they are the best options than the other common, uncommon, and rare seeds. Once you get around 15k shekels, you can afford the best beginner seed, which is the mushroom seed. And the bamboo and mushroom seed is the best way to progress during the early game, because you'll gain a lot of profit from selling those plants, especially if you get mutations and sizes larger than 20 kilograms. To get large bamboos and mushrooms, you can do the early game sprinkler method. If you stack at least 5 uncommon sprinklers, and each one gives a 21% size luck chance for crops to grow bigger, but this size luck chance only caps at 100. So if you get 5 of these, then you're good. But there is a secret method to gain a ton of shekels while you're still in the early game, and it is to steal crops from other players in public servers. But you should only do this when you don't have any bamboos or mushrooms in your garden, so that other players don't steal it from you. The secret method could potentially bring you all the way up to the end game if you find like an insanely rich player in a public server, but that is like really rare. Now we will be going over the mid game guide. I would say that once you have around 6 million shekels, then you are considered a mid-game player. So you should save your shekels until the fire fern is in stock. It costs around 6 million shekels, and the fire fern is currently the best legendary seed to buy because it is a multi-harvest plant that also burns players that are near it. And if you use the sprinkler method with the fire fern and get a mutation, you can easily gain 1 million shekels for each crop if you grow one that is over 40 kilograms with a good mutation like electric. And the other seeds are alright, like the other legendary seeds, cherry and the acorn and dragon fruit, but I would only save your shekels for the fire fern because it's the only legendary seed worth buying. Also, the mid-game sprinkler method is using 2 rare sprinklers and 1 uncommon sprinkler, because a rare sprinkler gives a 41% size luck chance, so you only need 2 of those, and then 1 uncommon sprinkler. And you can also start buying pets when you're a mid-game player, and the only good pets to buy are the deer, because it makes your plants grow faster, and the turtle to increase your backpack space to carry more plants so that you can sell for the daily deal. And these are also rare pets, so they are really not that hard to find in the server. Once you keep doing the fire fern method, you should save up for at least 30 million shekels, and you can afford the best mythic and mid-game seed, which is the venom spitter. Not only does it grow 4 crops, but it's also a defensive plant that poisons players that try to steal from your garden. And you can earn over 3 million shekels for each crop if you grow one over 40 kilograms and get a decent mutation on it. The other mythic seeds aren't really that good, except for the Venus flytrap if you want more protection on your base. But yeah, you should also stock up on some super watering cans if you want to gain shekels faster, so that it can instantly grow your fire fern and venom spreader crops. And one tip I will recommend is that you should stay in a private server so that you won't lose any of your crops. And yeah, last but not least, the end game. This is for the players who have over 100 million shekels. So the best sprinkler method to use in the game is either a legendary sprinkler and a rare sprinkler, or 1 super sprinkler. And there isn't really a difference except for the super sprinkler's radius is larger so that you can cover more plants, and Yeah, but if you want to save more shekels, then you can just use one legendary sprinkler and one rare sprinkler. And the best pet to have is the firefly, because it makes your new crops 1% bigger, which I would say is an overpowered ability. The unicorn and dragonfly are also good pets because you can get the rainbow and gold mutation easier. And the owl is extremely underrated because it notifies when like a rare pet spawns. So like if a bee spawns, any pet that's like a legendary or higher, it'll make like a sound. As for the best seeds, I would only recommend buying either the dragon's breath or the star fruit. The dragon's breath is a multi-harvest plant, and it also lasers anyone who tries to steal in your garden during the nighttime, and it grows a lot of crops as well, making it easily the second best plant in the game to have. But it costs 225 million shekels though. But if you're in the end game, then you can get this really easily. The best plant to get in the game right now is the star fruit. Not only does it have a higher base price than the dragon's breath, but it can also give the glow mutation to one crop every nighttime cycle. And the glow mutation is one of the best mutations in the game, as it gives a 70 times multiplier, which is the second best mutation in the game. The star fruit is the most expensive seed though, which costs 315 million shekels. As for the other super seeds, like the moonbloom and sunbloom, I would only recommend getting one of them just to get the eclipse mutation. I don't really think it's worth getting a bunch of them because they take like a whole week to fully grow one crop. But the eclipse mutation is the best mutation though, because it gives an 80 times multiplier. And for the hypno bloom, I think it's the worst super seed because it only produces one crop and its defense is alright, I guess, but there's other plants that you can use to protect your garden. So yeah, I would say it's the worst super seed, and I wouldn't waste any shekels on it unless you're like really rich. Also, you should join a guild so that you can gain weekly rewards from competing in these guild challenges. And if you manage to get into like the top 25, you can get the exclusive super pets that are insanely good. As for the other pets that I didn't mention, like the raccoons and the bears, I don't really think they're worth getting unless you're in like a public server, I guess, and you can have the raccoons stealing from gardens and you can steal more crops, and then for the bear, they'll like protect you and like the bee as well. But I don't really think they're worth getting unless you're a really like late endgame player. Anyways, that'll be it for the ultimate Grow a Garden 2 guide. And if you have any questions, then let me know in the comments down below. And if you made it this far, then yeah, thank you for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe, and you should check out my other videos.